to me.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back to Doek&Tie. My name is Bonang and this is my lovely husband who prefers to go by Kandi, although it's his surname and not his name.
Okay, let's
We live and we learn.
Let's not get technical about things.
Yes. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. And today we will be discussing.
We're going to be talking about 10 things that we learned after getting married. These are things that didn't come up before we were married, but now we are aware. And I'm not saying if I could turn back the hands of time, they would influence whether I want to get married or not, but
they're big.
yeah, it's quite significant. Yeah. So do you want to start or do I start? So I'll do 5.
It's always ladies first for just this once.
Okay.
You can go first.
All right. So my first thing is that I learned after getting married and moving in with you was that the things that I thought were very little, they annoy you more than you can ever imagine. Like it gets very personal fast. Okay, just to for an illustration, right? This is a roll of toilet paper, right? I prefer my toilet paper how it be like in the toilet, right? She prefers it to come out like this. I don't know what this is. It's on the other side. So this thing, because obviously you can only fit one toilet paper at a time on the toilet paper roll.
Unless you get 2 next to each other.
But we can't. So this thing is just one of those things that will annoy you more than you can have ever imagined. That toilet paper, the toilet seat being left up or down. I don't know why she fusses. She fusses a lot about that.
Guys, wait. No. Have you ever fallen inside a toilet?
How small are you? Toilet paper, well, I am with you.
Gotta get right. Toilet
Because
seat.
I prefer it up.
I
The toilet
prefer
seat.
it down.
Why?
You want some thing?
How small are you? It's this big. Nobody can fall into a latrine. I would understand, but
You know what? Let's move on.
yeah. So those are some of the things that I only found out after being married because we're not living together before this. And one other thing that really gets to me, ke kganya drawer. Like drawers in the house. I like them shut. Huh? Drawer I to go to ritual or sala level. Bonang leaves like a little. Why?
I'm not that forceful.
Please, let's just close drawers, guys. Decide. You wanna leave it closed? You wanna leave it open? If you
But
wanna
you don't
close
like
it,
them
close it.
open.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather you leave it open than wait it's all about that little. Huh?
But it's because you said you don't like the excessive force that I use when I close it.
Okay, what's your one thing? Your first thing that you learned?
The first thing I learned was forgiveness. Forgiveness.
Okay.
I learned that if I have an argument with Hobbs, my dear loving husband, when I have an argument with him, it doesn't take me that long to, come back or get back to my normal self. And then, which is different because if I have an argument with him and then I tell my sister, I may forgive him, but she doesn't necessarily have to. So I guess I've learned to keep things in-house, let's say.
Yeah.
Because we might argue, we might get mad at each other and then forgive each other, like effortlessly, but some people won't take it the same, I guess.
Yeah, because the minute I wrong you and then you tell somebody else, they'll always view me as the person who did you wrong.
You committed the wrong.
Yeah, even if we move past it, I don't think they'll ever get past it there born themselves. So it's just best to keep some of these things in house and deal with your dirty laundry in house. But this doesn't apply to cases of abuse. I think let's not get it like twisted.
Yeah.
If it's extreme, I'm just talking about the little things. Oh, you don't make the bed, keeps his shoes in the living room. Such small things, just keep them in house and try discuss them in house. But if it's like,
mad at him because he won't let me watch what I want on Netflix.
yeah, but if it's major things, then there might be a need to bring in a third party. So my second thing was that I think I took for granted before all of this was morero, aka communication. I used to think I was big on that, but hey man, the minute you're married now, it's next level. Hey, you have to communicate. Could you communicate where you're going? Okay, I don't want to say who you're going to be with, but to some extent, who you're going to be with. What time do you think you're going to be home? Is there anywhere else, like is there a detour when you're coming from that place to going home? So I used to take this for granted because I could just leave the house and just give malala. Okay, I'll be back in like 8 and then I'll be back at 12. You know, I thought no biggie, but that changes quickly once you're married, because you guys kind of have to know where one is just for your sanity. And some of us get worried, or she might worry like somebody and I think it's a safety and concern thing, and just for your partner to be at ease and be comfortable that wherever you are safe. So communication is like really big. Like it plays a really big role in marriage in general, kind of in friendship. Yeah. Speak up, baby. What's your second thing?
My second thing was that we had to adjust the way in which we relate to our friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
Like before you get married, like I can just rock up to my friends, or I can just rock up to Arata's house and be like, yo, galal. And then now I'm married. So he needs to know, and I can't just decide on a whim. You know what? And the same applies with our friends. Like our friends can't just wake up and decide, you know what, today I'm gonna go sleep over at the Kali's. No. So there were some adjustments that needed to be made. Now you're not just dealing with one person, you're dealing with two. So I think it was an adjustment that our friends and our family had to get used to.
Yeah.
Now, like, you call ahead, or you talk to us well in time if you want or plan to like come over, sleep over, or stuff like that.
Yeah, I think well said. That's So my third thing would be one big adjustment that I had to make was that some of my interests in need had to take a back seat in order to accommodate her or her interests and needs. So that happens a lot. That means you have to sacrifice some things. And it's no longer only about you now. I think when you are single or not necessarily in a committed relationship, the world revolves around you. My interest, I want this, I don't want that, I like this, I don't like that. But the minute you bring somebody else into your space or into your life permanently like that, you kind of have to be considerate of what they want, what they may not want. And sometimes, because these are two different people, our interests are this one, and there'll always be a clash somewhere. So there needs to be that compromise to say, okay, I might not like this thing, but am I able to just sacrifice this one and let it go so that her needs or wants supersede mine?
Like when?
So that's been like a really big adjustment for me.
Like when?
Huh?
Like when?
Okay, I'll take a light example, right? I like playing my music really loud. Like I'm that guy, 100 volume. I want to listen to my music. I want to jump on YouTube. But she's not a morning person really. So when I'm the first person to wake up in the morning. I have to tiptoe around the house. Whatever I'm listening to, it has to be headsets now. I can't play music as loud as I used to. or as loud as I would want. So that's an adjustment. I know it might not seem like a lot, but it's over time it kind of gets you and you realize, but you know what, I'm kind of changing to suit or just to accommodate the person that I live with. So that's like a light example I can get.
You did that one day. Once.
I do it every day.
Okay. I think for me, the third thing that I learned was the need to protect your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense that whenever like you become very protective, like whenever some things are directed towards him, basically so I don't know how, but it just happens. You become overly protective. It's the same as like if we were to go out and then he says something, I back him up.
Fast.
Even if I don't agree. Like we are a unit.
Yes.
We are this united front.
Yeah.
This united team. So even if he says something and I disagree with it, I jump on that fast. Like,
yeah.
When we get home, yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But to everyone else, we are united.
Yeah, that's true. I know it took you a while to agree with that one.
Yeah, because he had issues with me correcting him in public.
Yeah, you can't correct me in public. That's no. Therefore, out in public, I say something and you don't agree with it, I'm right. You jump on the bandwagon like my man said this, so that's a fact. Like you don't question what I say. Same applies to me. If you say something, I feel like, Bona might be wrong. I jump on it. And then when we get home and go, you might have been wrong, but I can't say that in public. I can only correct you in private. Yeah, but not in public. In public, how we like you breathe. That's it. I jump on your bandwagon fast. So it's important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was number 3.
And then I think another thing that I learned after getting married is that your partner becomes your immediate family. You know, it might not seem like a lot, but it's a weird transition. I had to change what next of kin, emergency contact, and now you realize, oh damn, like this person is really my immediate family. And immediately when you get married, now you have a nuclear family, and then your siblings and maybe your mom become an extended family. So it's a weird transition. I don't think we talk about it enough. It's documented in the Bible that the woman and the man shall leave their families and cling on to each other and become one, right? But in reality now, but it's a weird transition. But okay, so you're my people now. Like it's God and then you, like you're number 2. Really, like okay, mama no, sister no, brother no, little brother no. It's God, then you, then yeah, it's a weird transition. It was a weird transition for me. But as time goes, you kind of get used to it, and it becomes really nice when now there's that dependency and that mutual relationship. What's your other thing?
I realized that the longer you live with someone, the easier it is to become complacent. So I think from while we were still dating, we talked about the need to, how do I explain this? The need to like put in effort. You need to put in the work, in the sense that we see each other every day. So we see each other at like our lowest and at our highest. So it's not nice for every day. If I'm going somewhere, then Mokamso will see me get all dressed up, all dolled up, and then I come back home, I wipe off that makeup.
Imagine.
And then get all that bookie, and then
volunteer t-shirts.
And then I jumped into that volunteer t-shirt.
Yeah.
So from very early, we discussed it, and it's important to put in like the effort, to put in the work, like little things. We might live together and it might not necessarily make sense for and then to go eat at a restaurant and then drive back. Because initially you think about it, when you live together you start thinking about the finances of it. You're like, do we really need to go all that way? And I think a bit of laziness sets in. So we have to get all dressed up, we need to go and then go sit at a restaurant, look each other in the eye, and have a conversation. So it's very easy to become complacent and just be like, nah, let's just stay home. Or nah, let's not do that. So it's very easy to fall into the cycle of there's saving money. We want to save money, but not at the expense. It's like our relationship suffers. You don't feel like your spouse is putting in the work that needs to be done. You don't feel like you have any reason to like get all dolled up, or he doesn't feel like he has any reason to get that fresh haircut, spray on some nice cologne and just go out. So it was very important we get rid of the volunteer teas.
That's like step one. I think for everybody watching, this is like very important. The volunteer what the t-shirt. Just don't discard them. I know a lot of us, they're comfortable, maybe when you're cleaning or clearing the yard, but don't go to sleep with your partner or better like a volunteer tea. Come on. I don't know. So it worked for us. Just decided, we'll have them somewhere like when we're cleaning and doing stuff. But nobody goes to bed looking the worst, what better volunteer tea, or I don't know, whatever, that we.
Sweatpants.
Yeah, sweats are different in winter, but the idea goes through that we just try to put effort into our marriage and into our relationship and into our friendship, even post-marriage. We still continue working at it and try to make each other feel special. And then my last one, what is it? I think my last one was happiness. This one is it's debatable, and a lot of people make it seem controversial. But it's not. What I learned is my happiness doesn't come from you. Like, you can't make me happy. What we can do as a couple is make our environment conducive for the both of us to feel loved, to feel secure, to feel free, and just to feel at home. But my happiness really starts with me. It starts here. And one can't make me happy. I have to be happy before I even turn and look at her, how is our friendship doing, or how is our marriage doing? So I had to learn that the hard way, that I can't make you happy. You have to be happy as an individual before I'm in the picture.
Did you just go Will Smith on me?
No, it's something that I had to learn. Your happiness doesn't revolve around your partner, but your happiness is rather, it's your...
It's what, intrinsic?
It's intrinsic, yeah. It has to come from you. You have to be happy first as an individual before you even bring another person into your space. So happiness starts with you. It starts with me, and then it starts with you. Only when you are happy and I'm happy can we have like a happy marriage and a happy friendship. Yeah. So that's one other thing that I had to learn. So if you go into a relationship or marriage thinking, I'm miserable, hopefully by going to this relationship or marriage, I'll be happier, that's not gonna work. It doesn't work like that. Work on yourself first before you even think of bringing in another person into your life. Guess what? Instead of then at the end of the day, you have two miserable people that are just looking at each other and blaming each other for them not being happy. Yeah. So those are my 5 things that I learned after getting married, or after being in a committed relationship, really. And yeah, are you done with your list?
Oh, there's one more.
What's the last one?
I think the last one for me had to do with something I had to learn after being in a relationship. Well, not being in a relationship, but being married.
Mm-hmm.
How truly there's no longer like mine and his. Now everything is ours.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to unlearn saying my. Like I had to stop saying my this, or so bring my this, so give me my laptop, so give me my this, so give me your laptop, so give me your this. So it then became now everything is ours. So I had to unlearn getting my ownership of certain items.
Yeah.
Because we have a car, but we bought this car when I wasn't around. So instinctually I just attached ownership to him. So I used to say, can I borrow your car? And he'd correct me most of the time, and it's our car. All the time I'd say, can I borrow your car? Can I borrow your car?
Yeah.
So I had to unlearn now things are ours, and not just mine or his. So I think that's one other thing that I had to unlearn. Yeah, I would stop saying you're this, my this, your mom, my mom, they're our moms.
Yeah.
Your dad, my dad. So I had to unlearn a lot of things, because I don't know, there's a lot of ownership attached to, I think, people and sort of like things, like, yeah. Because name Nainzele, moms would be like, so I talked to my sister. And I'm like, oh, really? What did she say? Only to find out he meant my sister. And then it took a while for me to, get used to our sisters.
Yes.
Yes, so yeah, I think that's the last thing I learned.
Yeah. I think some people are fortunate to learn these lessons early on in life. Some, unfortunately, you learn them motona. And I don't know, either way, I think the most important thing is for you to take these lessons seriously, because they sometimes make life so, it's the difference between whether your life is going to be so difficult, especially living with somebody, or your life being so easy and bearable, or even enjoyable, living with somebody. Yeah. So I hope you're keeping safe during this lockdown and this pandemic. This too shall pass, and then we'll go back to our normal lives.
Well, the new normal.
The new normal, like people keep saying. Thank you so much for taking time to click on this video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel on YouTube, please do that. And if you haven't liked the page on Facebook, go ahead and do that. And big shout out to everybody who's been showing love and just sharing their stories and telling us what no. I've been checking out your videos and I'm learning a thing or two. We really appreciate it. Doek&Tie.
Thank you for tuning in.